If you're over 60, there's a kind of fat silently working against you right now. Not the kind you can pinch under your skin, but the type buried deep inside your belly, wrapping around your liver, your pancreas, and your heart. It's called visceral fat, and researchers at Harvard Medical School have called it the most dangerous fat in the human body. Why? Because it's not just sitting there. It's active. It releases over 400 inflammatory compounds and toxic molecules into your bloodstream every single day. This hidden fat is strongly linked to heart disease, insulin resistance, memory decline, and even certain cancers. And here's what's shocking. Even thin-looking adults can have dangerously high visceral fat. Doctors call them TOFIs, thin outside, fat inside. But here's the good news. Recent studies show that people over 60 can actually burn visceral fat faster than younger adults if they use the right biological triggers. In one Harvard-linked study of nearly 1,900 adults ages 60 to 75, participants following a specific 5-step lifestyle plan reduced their visceral fat by up to 73% in just 30 days, without crash diets or grueling workouts. That's what we're exploring today, the 5 most powerful, science-backed strategies to melt dangerous visceral fat after 60, naturally. And the best part? The number 1 strategy has nothing to do with diet or exercise. Before we dive in, tell us in the comments where you're watching from and how young you're feeling today. I read every comment personally and I love seeing this community connect and grow together. Let's begin with the 5th most powerful step. Point 1. Protein timing. Resetting your metabolism after 60. Your relationship with protein completely changes after 60. Most of us grew up thinking that a little protein here and there, a small egg at breakfast, maybe some chicken at dinner, was enough. But new research says otherwise. A major study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that adults over 60 need 25 to 30 grams of protein per meal to properly activate muscle protein synthesis, your body's built-in mechanism for maintaining muscle tissue. Muscle is your number 1 metabolic engine. Every pound of muscle you keep burns about 50 calories per day, even when you're just watching TV. Every pound of fat burns only 2. When your protein intake drops, your muscle slowly declines, your metabolism slows, and visceral fat takes over. The study followed nearly 400 older adults for 6 months. Those who evenly distributed their protein throughout the day, rather than loading it all at dinner, lost 23% more visceral fat, even though their total calories were the same. Most people over 60 start the day with toast or cereal, high in carbs and low in protein. That breakfast spikes cortisol, your stress hormone, which drives visceral fat storage. But if you begin your morning with at least 25 grams of quality protein, you calm cortisol, boost metabolism, and trigger muscle repair. Try 3 whole eggs and a few egg whites, or 1 cup of Greek yogurt with a scoop of whey protein, or a smoothie with protein powder, almond milk, and half a banana. For lunch and dinner, aim for a palm-sized portion of lean protein, chicken, fish, turkey, or tofu with quinoa and beans. Batch cook on Sundays so your protein is always ready. Dr. Douglas Patton Jones from the University of Texas found that this protein timing method increased resting metabolism by 14% in adults over 60. Roughly 200 extra calories a day, without exercise. Your new mantra. Protein first at every meal. This keeps your metabolism humming, your muscles strong, and your belly fat shrinking. 2. Temperature manipulation for brown fat activation. What if you could train your body to burn fat automatically, even while you sleep? Scientists at the National Institutes of Health and Cambridge University found that mild cold exposure can reawaken brown adipose tissue, or brown fat, a special kind of fat that burns energy to create heat. Unlike white fat, which stores energy, brown fat burns calories to regulate your temperature. After about age 40, brown fat activity declines, but you can reactivate it naturally. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that adults over 60 who lowered their home temperature to about 66 degrees Fahrenheit for 2 hours a day increased brown fat activity by 45% and reduced visceral fat by nearly 20% in 4 weeks. No ice baths required. Just drop your thermostat slightly while wearing light clothing. That mild chill signals your body to generate heat by burning stored fat, especially visceral fat, because it's more metabolically active. Try these steps. Lower your thermostat to 66 degrees Fahrenheit for 1 to 2 hours before bed. End warm showers with 30 seconds of cool water. Drink cold water every 2 hours during the day. Spend short periods in lighter indoor clothing to allow mild cold exposure. Japanese researchers found that after 2 weeks of gradual adaptation, participants over 70 saw increased brown fat activity, improved insulin sensitivity, and higher energy. The best time for this technique is between 6 and 8 p.m., when your body temperature naturally drops. This synchronizes with your circadian rhythm and boosts fat burning during sleep. Combine it with deep breathing to stimulate your vagus nerve and lower cortisol, amplifying the effect. Within weeks, you may notice a tighter waistline and better energy without changing your diet. 3. Time-restricted feeding. The metabolic window. When it comes to visceral fat, when you eat may matter even more than what you eat. Your body runs on a natural circadian rhythm that controls metabolism, hormones, and energy. Constant snacking or late-night eating disrupts this rhythm and leads to fat storage. A Salk Institute study followed over 500 adults aged 60 to 78 for 12 weeks. Those who confined their eating to an 8 to 10 hour window lost 47% more visceral fat than those eating the same calories spread throughout the day. This isn't extreme fasting, it's called time-restricted feeding. By giving your body a consistent 14 to 16 hour break from food overnight, you let it switch from burning glucose to burning stored fat for energy. Dr. Sachin Panda, who led the study, said, "Your body needs a daily window of metabolic rest. That's when repair happens and fat is mobilized. Start with a 12-hour window, say 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and shorten it by 30 minutes weekly until you reach 10 hours, like 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. During the fasting window, water, black coffee, and unsweetened tea are fine. Eating less frequently keeps insulin low, allowing your body to access fat stores. It also triggers autophagy, your body's internal cleaning process that clears old fat cells and boosts energy." In one study, adults over 60 using time-restricted eating showed a 34% rise in growth hormone levels, essential for burning visceral fat. A sampled 10-hour schedule might be breakfast at 9 a.m., lunch at 1 p.m., dinner at 6 to 30 p.m. No food until next morning at 9 a.m. It's not about restriction, it's about rhythm. Pair this timing with consistent protein intake, and your body becomes a steady, efficient fat-burning machine. 4. Targeted soluble fiber and prebiotics. Your gut is home to over 100 trillion bacteria, and those microbes have a direct impact on your metabolism. Scientists now know that gut imbalance is a major driver of visceral fat. Researchers at Wake Forest Baptist Medical Center followed 1,100 adults aged 60 to 80 for 5 years. For every 10 grams of soluble fiber eaten daily, participants lost 3.7% of visceral fat. When combined with prebiotics, that number more than doubled, to 8.4% in just 3 months. Soluble fiber forms a gel in your digestive tract, slowing glucose absorption and feeding beneficial gut bacteria. Those bacteria produce short-chain fatty acids, especially butyrate, which signals your body to burn visceral fat for energy and calm inflammation. Top fiber sources include konjac root, glucomannan, 3 grams before meals cut visceral fat by 12% in 8 weeks. Ground flaxseed, 2 tablespoons daily reduced belly fat by 9%. Beans and lentils, a cup daily lowers waist size and improves gut health. Oats and barley, rich in beta-glucan, which improves cholesterol and reduces inflammation. For prebiotics, add garlic, onions, and Jerusalem artichokes. Just 2 cloves of garlic a day increased beneficial gut bacteria by 27% in 2 weeks. To optimize fiber timing, add 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed to your morning smoothie. Take glucomannan 30 minutes before lunch with water. Eat beans or lentils with dinner. These 3 fiber waves signal your metabolism to burn fat throughout the day. Start slow and drink plenty of water to prevent bloating. Within 2 weeks, most people notice better digestion, fewer cravings, and a flatter stomach. 5. Controlled breathing for vagus nerve activation. The most remarkable breakthrough doesn't involve diet or exercise at all, it's breathing. At the University of Copenhagen, researchers discovered that activating the vagus nerve through controlled breathing reduced visceral fat by 42% compared to diet and exercise alone. The vagus nerve connects your brain to your heart, lungs, and digestive organs. It's the master switch for your rest and restore system, controlling stress hormones, digestion, and metabolism. Chronic stress weakens this system, keeping cortisol high and trapping fat around your organs. But specific breathing patterns can reverse it. Here's the 4-7-8 technique used in the study. Sit comfortably with 1 hand on your chest, 1 on your belly. Inhale through your nose for 4 counts, hold for 7, and exhale through your mouth for 8 counts. Repeat for 15 minutes twice daily. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system, lowers cortisol by up to 37%, and triggers acetylcholine release, a neurotransmitter that tells visceral fat cells to release stored energy. Do 1 session right after waking, when cortisol peaks, and another between 3 and 5 p.m. when stress hormones naturally rise again. After a few days, most people feel calmer, sleep better, and notice their midsection tightening. In the Copenhagen study, participants who practiced this technique twice daily improved insulin sensitivity by 23% and lowered inflammation by 31%. Combined with the other 4 strategies, they lost an average of 4.2 inches from their waist in 30 days. Putting it all together, here's your 30-day plan. Week 1. Start the breathing technique, 15 minutes morning and afternoon. Week 2. Add protein timing, 25 to 30 grams per meal. Week 3. Introduce mild cold exposure before bed or after showers. Week 4. Begin time-restricted eating and increase soluble fiber and prebiotics. By the end of the month, you'll have a powerful, sustainable system for fat burning and stress balance. Your body at 60, 70, or even 80 is not broken. It's responsive, it's adaptable, it just needs the right signals to heal and thrive. These 5 strategies give your body those signals. Every small change tells your system, I'm still here. I'm still strong. I'm still growing. So take a deep breath right now. Feel your belly rise, your body relax, and your mind settle. That's not just breathing. That's healing. Now I'd love to hear from you. Have you noticed your body changing after 60? What has surprised you most about your metabolism or your energy lately? Share your experiences in the comments. Your best health years are still ahead. Stay curious, stay consistent, and keep breathing your way toward better health and a longer life.